Given what the people of Iraq and Syria and much of the Middle East have been through with ISIS, it's a little hard to imagine they'd be all that interested in a drama about the terror group. Reality is tough enough to take. And yet, here it is, and it's huge. This is Black Crows, a big-budget Arabic miniseries designed just for Ramadan. A time that when the sun goes down and people gather to eat, watching TV becomes something whole families do together every day for a month. Imagine curling up to a scene like this. Target practice on prisoners. Horrible moment this, but not that far-fetched. Neither is this scene. The ISIS leaders scheming how to cheat their own fighters. The series, produced by Saudi Arabia's MBC with some help from American producers, claims to pull its plots from the truth of what ISIS has inflicted. It's playing before an audience who are tragically the best of fact-checkers. Baghdad's Al Mansour neighborhood knows the ISIS foe. Just 2 years ago, the terror group set off a deadly car bomb there. Those very same streets so far seem calm this Ramadan. All out on the hot, steamy nights now seem to know Black Crows.
We're a people exhausted from war. We need shows like this to distract us.
The show is a reflection of contradictions in our society: violence and peace, terrorism and security. I'm confident we will emerge from this cycle of violence into a state of peace and security.
That's the sort of review producers had been hoping for. Yes, the series was a huge ratings grab in peak viewing season, but it was also marketed as a way to combat extremism.
What we've seen is this mainstreaming against extremism.
And that's got the attention of counter-terror analysts around the world.
The question always comes back, what are the Muslim world, what is the Arab and larger Muslim world doing to combat extremism? Well, this is one of those efforts.
Mohammed Rahim has been peering into the chat rooms used by ISIS supporters and fighters and sees their frustration with the Black Crows series. It seems to bother some of them, which is perhaps the point.
Well, when I was going through the chat rooms, there's this commentary of this really struggle of them trying to wrestle with why are they doing this? And so you can see this internal discussion, this internal debate on how they should carry out their TTPs, their techniques, tactics, and procedures, particularly as it relates to Black Crows.
Black Crows, he points out, isn't an outlier. Middle Eastern broadcasters have been countering the extremist narrative for years, sometimes with comedies that mock terror groups, sometimes with attempts at viral videos. This one from a telecommunications company had millions of views in just the first few weeks of this Ramadan. A suicide bomber confronted by the ghosts of past victims and the real-life survivors of terror attacks. Keep it up, urges Rahim.
So if this can take place in the broader Middle East, can this be replicated in the Horn of Africa where they're dealing with the threat of Al-Shabaab? Can this be replicated with Boko Haram in Nigeria, in Lake Chad Basin area? These are real questions, but I think the more we can amplify efforts like this is the start of hopefully much more activity that we'll see throughout the world.
What a relief if this proves to be the way to defeat the likes of ISIS, but it's never that simple. And it's been hard for Black Crows. Its actors and producers have been threatened and the show's motives questioned.
The men and women of Raqqa being slaughtered silently are real journalistic heroes.
The journalists who belong to Raqqa being slaughtered silently, the people who've meticulously documented ISIS's atrocities, count themselves among those who are not fans of Black Crows, call the drama of it all unnecessary. Abdelaziz sees political agendas at work.
Because all these movies or series are made in the Gulf states, and every country has its own agenda to deal with this issue. Unfortunately, with Arabic the series, movies, even documentaries, it's been so hard to do something without corruption, without the involvement of the government.
Did politics interfere? The series seemed to end abruptly, is no longer easy to find on the broadcaster's website, and Twitter is abuzz with claims the show offended Kuwait and Jordan with various plot lines. But it got people talking, arguing, and watching. The first show to ever portray life under ISIS. It's something. Adrienne Arsenault, CBC News, Toronto.